Welcome to Savor Newark, the podcast, a wonderful platform for us to discuss everything that goes into making Newark America's authentic food capital. Today, it is my pleasure to welcome a great friend, Raquel Nascimento, the powerhouse behind, or one of the powerhouses behind Pão da Terra, a Portuguese bakery. So, Raquel, once again, welcome. Thank you for coming. At first, I know that you were telling me that we don't really like interviews, but I think you have such a wonderful story. You, your family. So you're from the region of the west region of Portugal, close to Lisbon, greater area, close to Edicedo. And you bring a lot of those flavors and the through the bakery that you have and with your husband, Gonçalo. Tell me a little bit of that adventure. I know that Gonçalo already worked in the field in Portugal. How you guys met? The idea of bringing it to that concept to Newark.
Okay, first of all, thank you for this opportunity
Mhm.
and to invite us and knowing about us. Yes, you're right. From that area, about between Ericeira and Santa Cruz, like between Mafra and Torres Vedras. And this idea was not my field. You're right. It was my husband's field. He was a baker in Portugal.
Hmm.
Used to make bread. That was his 100% field. When he came to the United States, it was like, okay, I don't have my bread here. He was missing a lot. And that's where he was like, you know what? This is my opportunity to make my bread and to build something for me. And he always want that corner where we are. So I was like, no, because I don't know if you remember, used to be a
The mini
fruit,
market.
yes, like a fruit and vegetables place. And then when they closed, it was like, listen, it's my turn. It's now or never.
Was there anything about that place you just had a good feeling about it? Was the location? I know you guys live close by too,
Yeah,
so there's the convenience there too. But I know that he was always very passionate about that specific location. He was telling.
yes, that was the place that he wanted. Don't ask me the reason because we never discussed the reason. But he was like, you know what, this is the location that I wanted. If I ever open a place, that's this location that will be nice for us. And I was okay, crazy. I don't want to work on the weekends because my job was Monday to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, when they closed, they were like, okay, this is my turn. I wanted it. And then here we are after 15 years.
You also come from a background of entrepreneurs. Your father had a company, your mother had a company. Was that always in you to also have your company and to be an adventurous like this?
No. No, because my father was it's different field and my mother a different field. And when we opened the bakery, I used to be in the field with my mother. So basically I was like a mini boss, but in a different field that I still have with my mother.
Mhm.
Uh, but like I said, was his passion was he was the one that knew about
All right, great.
everything that I learned was from my place.
Mhm.
I came from scratch basically.
Mhm.
I never went to school for anything.
And how was it in the beginning? Was it always very successful? I mean, it was. I remember I was living that on Monroe. For people who don't know, Pão da Terra is located in the intersection between Monroe and Ferry Street, right there. Highly recommend. So I remember when you opened, I felt that was already an immediate success.
Yes, we were. I was not expecting that because like it was brand new, and I don't know if you remember. Before us was another place in Ferry Street that opened like a month before us.
Mm.
Um, yeah, like a block away, and so we never thought the success. Uh, okay, we thought okay, we're gonna open, we're gonna do our part, and then little by little, we get like regular customers that we never thought, but it was like just the beginning, and that place was not big at the beginning because we only have one part of the store, and everything was full. And especially like the major that I believe that called by the way and was that click was the that we call pão com chouriço, the bread with the Portuguese sauces on it. That was like number one at the beginning.
Mhm. And torresmos too.
Yes. But a lot of people like some of the people like the chouriço, it's like number one. Everybody knows about it. And even the American people like this Portuguese sausage inside. So I believe that call people, and I believe like another. Since I didn't have experience on that field as well, when you open something, and especially in our community, then you learn about a little bit. When something open, people they are curious about it, and then that's how it was with us. People they were curious to see what we can offer them. And then some of the customers they stay, and we still have customers that stay well.
Not only the pão com chouriço, but the brand with the Portuguese sausage, you also have amazing soups. I'm a huge fan of your soups. Um, but I remember because growing up in Santa Cruz, when they were building this church in Santa Cruz, the way they raised money, that is an association for the church. And you had ladies making the bread. I don't know if you remember those years. You
Yes.
would go out in Santa Cruz, and then the tradition was to eat at pão com
Sure
chouriço,
is.
bread with sausage, or the leite, which in
Pork.
Spanish would be more like pork, chicharrón.
Chicharrones in
Right.
Spanish.
Maybe American people. I don't know if there's a specific word for.
The, in English we call like bites of pork because basically that's what it is. It's pork.
Yeah.
So, but they still do that in Portugal the days of today.
And when I saw that you were selling the bites of pork bread, if you can call it the chicharrón or whatever,
Those were
what the
words.
language for us, I was like, this reminds me of my youth, and I'm pretty sure that feeling, it's a feeling the same way you also sell salam, the 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 cake, which I, it's very rare, very hard to find, and a lot of those flavors. One of the things I know, talking about the relationship with Newark. I mean, Savor Newark is an event that we do every year, as you know, that we try to position Newark. And Newark is already there. It's just a matter of people understanding how authentic it truly is, how the privilege that it is, and the value that Newark has to offer. That you don't have to go to Portugal to truly taste authentic flavors, because your bakery would still be considered a very good bakery in Portugal. So Gonçalo grew in Portugal. He came from Portugal, so he keeps the same flavors, right? So this feeling of tasting something, it bringing back the memories, and I just think it's so beautiful, and it's something that it's hard to find so many good Portuguese restaurants, so many good establishments in or Spanish or Brazilian in one neighborhood. Do you had that in mind already? Oh, when we open, Newark is known for the quality is here. We have to come with something that it's really at a very high level as well. What goes through the mind of someone that wants to open a restaurant or a cafe in Newark, being that Newark has such a huge tradition of quality?
Okay, so when my husband told me like about these plans and he want to open that space, and I always told him because I am and I used to be a customer for another places. So I told him number one, I need quality, and second of all, we need that taste that brings us from Portugal. Because like you said, like when you eat something, we want to remind back home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we try. We try to, so you don't have to travel from here to Portugal to eat something that we really miss. And I believe, like Newark, not only me or us, Newark, we offer that. Our neighborhood offers good quality memories, tastes that people that don't have to travel to their back home countries to eat it. We offer that, and Newark has a lot of potential of that.
and we truly believe that it's the destination in itself that can very proudly say that it's the capital of authentic food, and that's what we always try to push that agenda or remind the audience and people that this is what it is. It's very known in Jersey, obviously, around this tri-state area. The Sopranos feature in Newark, Don Pepe. I mean,
We have a lot. We offer a lot.
there's a lot.
Like we're like
Even Musica was shot next to you, so like it attracts that when people want to somewhat film, uh, put whatever is truly authentic on camera. They normally come to Newark and film around this area, and Newark is also becoming very known for as a film destination as well because of that. It's very authentic, very real. Not only the way people interact, the way the city looks, but the flavors are also very honest.
yes, if you we hear that a lot. People like from different states and people that there's like, oh my god, I went. Now I start hearing. It's funny that I start hearing like American people that went to Portugal, and they came to us as like, oh my god, I ate this in Portugal, and I was googling, I saw you guys, and I want to taste it because like I love it, and we hear a lot from that. We hear a lot of people like they come into Newark because they know that Newark offer those flavors that they eat in our country, and it's nice that people they come to explore Newark for our authentic foods. Not only, like I said, not only for Portuguese, but for Portuguese, Spanish, and Brazil. And people like it's nice to hear and to have that feedback. People that travel, we have customers that they travel 4 hours, 5 hours to come to work. Not only for us, but like was it's us. Okay, like they say, it's a stop.
Wow.
It's a part of their routes that we are there, like about different places as well. But it's nice when you hear people like travel 4 or 5 hours driving to get to taste our food.
Do you feel that responsibility of being a true ambassador of the Portuguese flavors?
We try to do our best. And okay, you used to be my neighbor. You are our customer, and like you see every day, we try to be in front of customers, like in front of interns. We have to be to see what the customers they are looking for, and we cannot be fast. We have to be present, constantly make new things. And like you see, we're not the baker that we do everything the same day, everything. We have days. You go there today, you see different places. You go in there tomorrow. If you want to eat what you ate yesterday, some of them you don't see it. You just see like in a few days after.
You just gave me croissant with coconut that I got to try. Very good. Not because you're here, it's really good. Your husband was also suggesting that I got to try the pistachio one and the different. He's also a creative when it comes to baking.
We have to. Like that was the part that we have to be in front of customers in that term. We have to be creative and we cannot stick like on the same spot. We always have to be a step forward. Like right now, we are in April. We're already now talking about what we're gonna do for September, October. We have to like because that's part. That's us. We don't wanna stick in the past. Always have to be creative to see what we're gonna do. And pistachio this year, it's very popular with the Dubai chocolate. Pistachio is like it's sold out. So we did a lot of stuff with pistachio, and that croissant that you're talking about, it's we have to do every day. Because they only come for that.
Why do you think that there's such a big trend now fad with the Dubai chocolate? And what's about it? It comes with pistachio. I never really it's made with pistachio.
It's raised with pistachio and it's made with it's no, I forgot the name. It's one thing that it's coffee. I don't want to spell it wrong. That's the when you eat it, it has to be like a little crunch. And I heard the question that you make me, I made the same question. I was like, but why pistachio? It's like so popular right now. and chocolate Dubai right now. And because the Dubai chocolate, it's not now. It's been there for years.
But you seem not to see it everywhere and
And
more glam.
yes, so I
Wow, this
heard.
must be fancy.
So what I heard was like an influencer went there and she did a post and that was it. If it's true or not, I don't know. But that's what
These
I've heard.
influencers that come to Newark.
I believe so.
Very good. Being creative, being original with everything. Did you ever expect for it to reach this level of success? Yeah.
No. And even today, sometimes like me and my husband we talk about it. Sometimes we don't know that this is how people talk about us. Some people like, "Oh, we always busy." I was like, "No, that's not true." All people like everybody comes here. Everybody talks about your cakes or the bread, and okay, you see customers every day, but the feedback, all of that, sometimes like, is it should be true? Like people they talk about us on this level. And we never thought to reach like I said, we are simple. We just like, okay, we're gonna open a business, do our life daily, and that was it. But then the dimension starts growing, and we had to expand the business because when you remember when we opened, we only have like a small space. And then I always say like we had the customers, but we didn't have the space for the customers. So then when we had the opportunity, we expand and we open, you know, the other part. And but no, we never thought to be so succeed and to reach where we are today.
What do you think of that? How do you explain that? Just a lot of work.
Yes, 7 days a week. It's a lot of work. This business they take a lot from me, and me and Sal we are there every day. We work on the field. We're not just owners that we don't work there. We work there either like Sal works there night shifts. I'm there like morning, sometimes the afternoons. But we have to be there every single day.
What time does he start?
9:30 p.m. Because since we make ourselves, we don't buy anything. We are. It's like when you enter to our spa, to our bakery, you know that we made there. Even our bread, we bake everything. Everything that you eat there, it's made on there in there.
I really like your pão d'água. What are the things that you feel that are a staple that you can only find at Pão da Terra that you?
Oh, you have a few. Okay, if you're talking about bread, you have pão d'água that you don't see anywhere else. You see pão d'avó, it's different. And you see pão de mafra that who's in that area, they know that they cannot find anywhere else.
Mhm.
And pão com chouriço for us that we know, for me, it's authentic. You have a lot of pão com chouriço in the other spots, but it's different. Like everyone does their own. But those three, I believe, and bolinhas caseiras, you cannot find in any other spot. And then if you're talking about pastries, we have a few that you don't see in the other sports.
That creativity from Wasal, and I'm pretty sure that sometimes it can give him some ideas. Where does that inspiration come from? Let me just come up with a croissant with some coconut and some pistachios all of a sudden because white chocolate is so trendy.
So, like I said, sometimes you have to see. Like right now, we had the pistachio one, we have the coconut, and then it was like, okay, so this is selling. So what can we do up? So, and then you're gonna try. Sometimes, like you kill it, sometimes you don't. Like right now, we have the lemon one, and when he told me the lemon one, I was like, "Sal, I don't think." You know what? It has to do everything. Believe it or not. So everything depends. Like it's or sometimes like you put so much effort in one item that is like, okay, this is gonna kill it, and you don't sell it. And the ones that you think that you don't not gonna sell that much, that's the one that then you're gonna kill it that you have to do every day. So that everything depends as the customers, the feedback of them, if they're gonna eat it, if they like it. And then so the people they like it, they come the next day, it's like, oh, I want the same one that I ate yesterday. Sometimes they cannot find it. The beginning, and then after that, then obviously, like I said, the feedback is so good that we have to make everything.
Your success, your dedication, I mean, speaks volumes. Or even at one point considered the business of the year. Also, um, looking back and throughout this journey, what has been what have been the moments that you cherish the most, or that were the most impactful?
I like we try to do every year, like trying to do better and better. But I believe the year that did me the most was 2023 when they gave me the business of the year. I was not expecting that impact. Like we know the Portuguese festival. Um, since we came to United States, we always know that feast, but to be part of it, well, it's very different.
I guess it was the last time. It was the last time I emceed the parade, right? Yes,
I
that
believe
was yeah,
so. Yes,
yeah.
you
I
were.
remember.
And I believe to be out in those streets is one thing, but when you walk from point A to B and then B to A again and see like those streets so full with people, doesn't matter. It's not only Portuguese, but Americans, South Americans, a lot of cultures in there. It's very different. It's very rich to see that. So I believe of in terms of that, what the business they is being giving me a lot, knowing a lot of people, knowing um, tourists, knowing famous people from our country. It's given me a lot. But to put on the table, I believe 2023 on the in June, that was the moment that I will never forget.
Hopefully, my MC of the parade contributed to that special.
Yes, you helped us a lot as well.
All right. Well, Raquel, have you ever considered opening another business outside of Newark?
uh, that was in the table.
Outside of Newark?
Yes, but and then things change, and we're like, okay, so we put a foot back. But in terms of my customers, they depends where they come from. They always want me to open a spot where they are. I was like, so I'll have like a million spots. Um, like, oh, you should open one in this place. Oh, you should open one because I tried so far to get your stuff. But was one point that we were very uh that conversation was really on the table, and then we put a step back. And for now, it's holding. We don't know the future. Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, no. Let's see what God brings us. Brings us.
I know that at first, when you told me that at first when you came from Portugal, when you were young, you're still a young
Oh yeah.
girl,
Remember
but
that
the
you
younger
are
girl.
my age.
Well, I like to consider myself very young. So we're both very young still. But when you're younger, I know that you came from the region of Mafra,
Todos Pedras.
Torres Vedras, or Sicília.
I'm from Todos Pedras. Okay.
You're still Torres Vedras. Um, at first, this was some sort of a cultural shock, right?
Oh yes. I'm from a small town, like from a small, very small town, and it's a shock when you come to Newark. it's different. It's very different. It's different dimensions. Like in my little town, my little village, whatever that people call it, it's very different. And it's a shock when you come here. Like the language, the culture. Even when I went to school, like was Portuguese people on there, but it's different. They were from most of them. They were from North.
Mhm. And how long do you think that it will take you to become more in tune with this?
Oh, it took me a very long time, believe me. And I have, I had the lucky thing that was my brother's support. Because since like we are very close to each other in age and in terms of a brother and sister, um, he helped me a lot. That helped him as well because we always together.
Mhm.
We're new, like we didn't know anybody. Like everybody, I believe, like went through where we went through.
Mhm. Yeah. But at the same time, you adapted. Not only you adapted, you grew and flourished a lot, right? What has been the main thing that you've learned in Newark? How has Newark shaped the woman that you are today?
I believe like it's not only in work. I believe like the moment that I became, it's about family. Like how I was erased, and then okay, where I was teach, I always follow those steps. And one of the things like is never give up, and if you fall, listen, try to get up as fast as you can. And the other thing is like you can reach very high level, but you have to be the same as the other people. We just have a different responsibility, and that's how things like now that we have this business. I talk with people like they have a very long life. They have some people that they have quality life. Some people that they have a very high quality of life. That doesn't mean that we are better or worse than anybody. Well, you are who you are. You have to respect. And in terms of that, and see different cultures, I believe like I learned about that. You have to be who you are. Doesn't matter the money. Doesn't matter. You have to respect everyone.
Mhm.
And that I believe I learned a lot.
You're also telling me about the diversity of Newark, the different cultures, and it's also pretty enriching experience when you were. It's part of virtual day, and that you also got the recognition, and you were there in the parade, but you got to see all the other community celebrating with us. I'm super open to having other countries and cultures also being part of the parade. I think it's a way for everybody to honor Portugal and our legacy and in the city. It's, I like the fact your business is like that. We like the way we approach business is all about serving at large.
You can not only serve Portuguese, I serve a lot. And even like our employees, I don't have only Portuguese employees. I have from other countries as well. They are serving Portuguese people. Behind my counter, we have from different countries. And
Brazil.
I have Brazilian, I have Argentina, I have Guatemala, I have Ecuador, uh, yeah, and Portuguese.
Ready for the World Cup, I see.
I believe so.
How's the spirit around the World Cup festivities? When you see these big gatherings, how do you prepare as a local business? Is there any specific?
Be honest with you, I was talking with Gonzalo and I was like, okay, we have to be prepared, but this is going to be true, like, so many gatherings because it's our first experience with these big dimensions. And I hope like people they'll come to Newark uh, to see what we can offer them. Like you see, like our culture, our food, the taste of back home, and I hope like we can. they don't miss home. I hope like they come to Newark to experience that what we can offer them.
And to find home away from home.
Exactly. That's a good point. I
Right.
think like you're really right.
Yeah. Uh, I've eaten, and I always say this, and it sounds fortunately because I know that some Portuguese people say it differently, but I've eaten better in Newark in some places that I've eaten in Portugal. It happened.
Yes, I believe it happened to everyone.
Yeah. I'm not saying I mean obviously you eat there's amazing restaurants in Portugal. There's also a new wave of Michelin stars. There's a whole thing going on in Portugal, very vibrant. But we're talking about like the authentic flavors. In Newark, where we are at
We
it
are in the level.
at that level, and saying otherwise, it's a disservice to Newark because I feel that the beauty of Newark, like you're saying, is these families, because a lot of it, the beauty of it is these are all family-owned businesses for the most part.
Most part, yes.
Right.
It's a small family.
So it's traditions that come from the way that my grandmother cooked and the way that the recipes that we had and the way that we gathered around the table. And this is from my family to yours. And that's the beautiful thing about it, you know? So there's just a bunch of family-owned businesses mm, sharing their traditions with you. And I think that that's something very, very special that we should truly appreciate because right now in times that the world is upside down in terms of prices and even emotionally and values wise, it's always good to remind the world of the importance of core good family values and for and traditions in community, you know. And I think that that's something that you and some other businesses, but talking about specifically you, that's something that you can find upon the there. You know that comfort, that family, and your mom also works there and helps a lot. She's a powerhouse. Cause of right. I know that she's been a little feeling a little sick. I hope causing if feels like it.
Better soon.
Yeah. So beautiful. What a great example.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like family, it's everything, and I'm blessed to grow up the family and have the family that I have. Mother, father, all the family, my brothers, and my grandma, like and my uncles and everybody. But I'm really blessed to have and to be raised the family that I was. Very
You shows. I mean, all of you were came out great.
yeah, and like I said, I came from a family that was like that. Like family was it's everything, and if happen one thing to one, the other ones are there. Or like you say, like in the house when cook, everybody was around the table. Everybody used to share. Everybody used to, it's those values that we still keep and maintain.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe like we can never lose our values and who we are.
More essence,
No, we can. If we lose that, who we were.
of course. Raquel, for people that are coming for the World Cup and eat beyond that are not aware or don't really know Newark or the treasures that you can find in the Ironbound, um, what can people expect from Pão da Terra?
Special friendship. You're gonna have those flavors from back home and kind of the experiences. I feel like they should come to us and experience and to see from their own eyes and their taste to see what we are talking if it's really the truth.
Hmm. How do you see the future, Raquel? And what can the world expect from your operation?
The future right now at this point is not looking where we're expecting. So we don't know at this point, like with this, what's going on around the world with wars and everything. That it's so sad to see it, to watch it. Uh, we we're thinking to continue uh, our route. serving the community at this point, but let's see what the future will bring us.
Raquel, where can people find you? Social media with.
We have Facebook, we have Instagram. Uh, it's very easy, Pão da Terra, located in 135 Ferry Street, Newark, New Jersey. And we are there every day, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it's really easy to find. And we are not, for those people that they come to Penn Station, we are not really far away from Penn Station. We are like only 4, 5 blocks away, but it's very easy to find us. We are in the main street, the Portuguese Avenue, so it's easy to find us.
Very good. Anything, any last things that you like to say? You think you already touched all the main topics?
Well, I believe like you reached all the main topics, and I want to thank you and Isabella, for this opportunity. And thank you for our community to still support Pão da Terra, because without them, without customers, we are nothing. So I want to thank you, everyone, and hopefully to keep keep our route and keep with our customers, and we want to continue serving our customers. That's our main thing, and I'm glad that we have customers that they like our product, they like what we serving.
My pleasure, Martin. As customers, we're very happy that we have a Pão da Terra to serve our community and to make our community definitely a more delicious place, from the Torres Vedras region of Portugal to Newark, with a lot of love. This is a bakery family love affair. Pão da Terra, Raquel, as to us, I'll see you next time. Until then, keep up with us. Follow us at +_PR, Savor Newark, and don't forget that this year Savor Newark will take place May 16th. For more information, visit savornewark.com. I'll see you next time.